Today, we will be looking at position, distance, and displacement. So at the end of the class, you should be able to describe position, you should be able to define distance, define displacement, and at the same time differentiate them. Because if you're not careful, you can confuse distance for displacement and displacement for distance. They are not the same. Displacement is different from distance, and distance is different from displacement. Okay? What they only have the same is their unit. The unit of displacement is meter, the unit of distance is meter. Okay? Position. The concept of position in physics is that which is always accomplished by a means of a frame of reference or a point of reference. And that point of reference is known as the origin. So the position of an object in space is determined by its distance and direction from other points. The position of an object or a point in space is determined by its distance and direction from other points. Let's see how we can determine the position of an object using these Cartesian coordinates. Now we need to understand this coordinate. You see, we have from left here to right is known as the x-axis, and the x-axis is also called the abscissa. It's also called the abscissa. Now from bottom here to top is my y-axis, and the y-axis is also called the ordinate. So I have two axes, y and x-axis. Okay, the x-axis is also called what? Abscissa. The y-axis is also called ordinate. The axes are divided into positive and negative values. Center here is my origin. So from here upward are positive values of y. From here downward are negative values of y. The same thing with my x-axis, positive values and negative values. All right, now the next thing is how to locate the position of an object using these Cartesian coordinates. To do that, we have a point Q here. This point Q here is at what position? Is at position 5, 4. How did we get 5, 4? You notice my x-axis is 5, is at 5, you trace it. Then my y-axis is at 4. All right, so point Q is at position 5, 4. Point R is at position -2, 3. Point T is at position -4, -3. Point U is at position 8, -5. So the position always begins with x. So this is how to determine the position of a point in a space using Cartesian coordinates. All right. If you understood very well, I would like you to tell me point G is at what position? Point G is at what position? Okay, thank you. Next is distance. Distance is the amount of space between 2 points, or it can be seen as the magnitude between 2 points. Like, consider 2 points, point A and point B, or let's use town, Lafia and Abuja. Lafia is point A, Abuja is point B. So the gap between Lafia and Abuja is distance. All right. Now, distance is measured in meter. It can also be measured in kilometer. Okay. Another thing again is distance is a scalar quantity. That is, it has magnitude but doesn't have direction. I travel 20 kilometer. That is distance. I walk 2 kilometers. That is distance. Okay. Next is displacement. Displacement, on the other hand, is distance traveled or covered in a specific direction or a specified direction. For example, I walk 30 meters due north. 30 meters there is distance. Due north, they have specified my direction. Compared to if I said I walk 30 meters. This direction is not specified, so that is distance. But if I said I walk 30 meters due north or due east, I specified my direction, and that is displacement. So the difference between distance and displacement is distance does not specify direction. It's just the space you covered. While displacement will tell you the space you covered and the direction you followed. That is displacement. Okay?